During the offseason, I was higher on the Suns' offseason moves than most, especially considering the limited amount of assets they had. And the Suns got off to a hot start, looking like me being higher on what they did this past offseason would age well. But since the hot start, the Suns have fallen off the rails to now where they're on the outside looking in on the playoff picture and are at the bottom of the play-in picture. For a team that went all in with this trio of KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, this is not close to where they wanted to be. Now, the Suns are on their way to becoming a disaster. One of the first reasons the Suns are becoming a disaster is they have no real trade assets to improve this roster. It's clear the Suns need a better starting center than Nurkic and more size on the wing, but they have no real way of trading for that. They're not trading KD or Booker. If they try to trade Bradley Beal, that won't happen because no team wants to take on his contract. And even if the Suns somehow convince the team to trade for him, Beal has a no-trade clause, so he could just say, nah, I'm not going there. Yusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen are the only two players I can see them realistically trading, but Nurkic is getting massively overpaid considering how bad he is, which I will get into later, and yes, Grayson Allen is a solid player. He's only making $15 million this season and doesn't have crazy trade value. The Suns also barely have any draft picks, and they are in the second apron, which severely limits the kind of trades they can make. The next reason they are in a tough spot is because of KD, Booker, and Beal. We're almost halfway through the season and they have never played together consistently. That's bad enough, but what makes it even worse, they're not even good in their minutes together. According to PBP stats, they have 221 minutes together. In those minutes, they have a net rating of -6.2. And you take a look at the 104 minutes, it's KD and Booker without Beal, they have a net rating of +9.5. This trio the Suns heavily invested in can not only not play together, but they don't even produce a positive net rating when they do. And when you remove the third member of this trio and the gap in net rating is that huge, that is a big problem. Now, before we get into the rest of the video, I would appreciate it if you could like this video as it helps the video perform better in the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. I would gladly appreciate it. They are also in a tough spot because of Yusuf Nurkic. You just look at the regular box score numbers, it's bad, but you dive even deeper, it's worse. On layups, he's shooting 55%. On hook shots, he's shooting 47%, and he's shooting 29% on jump shots. This is bad, considering those shots are not tough looks since he's playing with the offensive gravity of KD, Booker, and Beal. Not to mention, he's the last person the defense is worried about. Regarding his playmaking, it's bad, despite him being asked to only make basic reads. Defensively, Nurkic provides nothing as a rim protector since he has little to no athleticism. All he provides is a big body. In a loaded Western Conference, the Suns have found themselves in a bad situation with no real trade assets to go make the team better. KD, Booker, and Beal can't stay healthy to play together, and even when they do, they are bad. And Nurkic is one of the worst centers in the league that gets real minutes. The Suns, hoping trading for Beal was the final piece to get them to the mountaintop. Instead, they are heading towards being a disaster. I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, do you think the Suns are a disaster? See y'all in the next one.